would just like to confirm to anyone who thinks that Jose Mourinho can park a bus, because tonight that wasn't evident. Had a very lovely, strong attacking team, but due to forward defenders deciding they're going to watch the ball trickle into the back of the net, yes, all four, I am done with this parking bus business, because we ain't got a bus to park. We ain't got nothing. Oh, and I'd also like to say that I am never predicting a scoreline ever again. Hello and welcome to another episode of Hollie's Hotspurs, and today I'll be talking about that lovely game against Sheffield United. If you are new to the channel, please remember to hit a like on this video, comment what you thought of the wonderful game below, and hit that subscribe button. Now, the starting lineup did baffle me slightly with a very all-out attacking team. I was very confused at where this trio of Sonny, Bergwijn and Lucas would look like, and to be fair, I was still confused throughout the game. I think they were swapping and changing about. I don't think anybody was really playing that number 10 role. It looked like Bergwijn was predominantly doing that, but it seems like he'd always swap with Sonny, so it was a bit of a mishmash. I don't know whether Jose was trying to mix things up a bit to give Sheffield and that five that they have in midfield something to think about along with the defence. Obviously seeing the return of Lo Celso in that starting 11, which for me I think always has to start, always has to happen. Jose was saying earlier how he's proved to him that he's worth that starting position. Once again, we see this combination of Dyer and Sanchez, and when the game started, to be honest, I was like, oh Jesus Christ, here we go. It's like when we played against West Ham. Then they suddenly found their feet, and then it went all a bit to pot. First 10 minutes, we always start asleep and we always misplace our passes. This was evident in the West Ham game and was evident in this game once again. I think the first line of attack was in the 27th minute when Bergwijn runs down the wing, cuts the ball into Sissoko on the edge of the box. Sissoko has a shot and it doesn't really do anything to the keeper, I'm not going to be honest. Forces him to a save, it wasn't a hard save. Then it all goes to pot. Normally we misplace passes here and there. That is standard in the first 10 minutes. But this, oh my word. On the 30th minute, ball is played into the box. No one closes the player down that receives the ball in the box, and then we go 1-0 down. And I'm sat there thinking, my nan could defend better than that, and she's going to have a Zimmer frame soon, so I'm just putting that into context. All you've got to do is go to the player with the ball, just close them down. No, we watch them have a touch, we watch them shoot the ball into the back of the net. I am livid. Now at this point, normally when we go 1-0 down, we have a spring in our step because we get a goal back. Oh my god, did we try and put a spring in our step? Yes we did. But sadly, it didn't go to plan. The 32nd minute, ball is pumped upfield. Kane manages to head it down, picks out, and it falls to Lucas. Lucas Moura is driving forward. As he drives forward, there's about 3 Sheffield players around him. He then falls to the floor, obviously because he's been fouled by one of the Sheffield players. The ball pings off him, falls into the path of Kane. Kane has a shot. I must admit, it wasn't in the corner. He probably done better, but it goes in the back of the net. We're now partying because we've managed to pull it back in a game that we should be winning with our calibre and the run of form that Sheffield are on, which is rubbish. So we're 1-1, and then dreaded VAR decides to poke its head up, and Michael Oliver deems this as a handball. Take a look at this. At this point, I'm fuming because players next season need to walk around like this with no arms, because apparently if you fall to the floor, the ball hits your arm, it's handball. In the letter of the law, it is handball whether it's accidental or not, or intentionally. But like Jamie Redknapp said, what is the man supposed to do there? I think the handball rule needs to look at seriously. I think it needs to be re-evaluated, because there's no way Lucas Moura can manage to get his hands out of the way unless he decides to eat the grass. And I can imagine that's not very nice. And when you're in that free-falling position, the first thing you instinctively do is put your hands out. I think it's very unfortunate, but there we go. Okay, if we're going to say, okay, fair enough, that goal's got to be disallowed, we then need to get the free kick. The commentators were saying, oh, unfortunately, VAR can't look at the foul. What do you mean you can't look at the foul? If you've disallowed a goal, how are you not given a free kick there? Lucas Moura's been surrounded by 3 players and you're just deciding, oh no, we'll give it as a goal kick, isn't it? I think that's the thing that irritated me more. Okay, you look at the replays, it is very harsh on Lucas Moura, I feel, but that is the letter of the law. The thing that's bugged me even more is the fact that he hasn't gone back and given a free kick. My mind is blown. So at this point, it's still 1-0 to Sheffield. Then after that, things get a bit heated and Norwood Norwood makes a challenge. He's booked. About 2 minutes later, he goes in and does this. Not only have we been outdone by not getting a free kick when we got disallowed a goal, we also don't get this man sent off. I'm sorry, if that was Sonny or Dele, for one, Norwood is looking to where Sonny is and puts his elbow out. That is a red card. I don't even care. People will say, oh no, he didn't mean. No, that's intent to hurt another person. Sonny, okay, had intent to hurt Rudiger. Did he get booked? Did he get sent off? Did he get a match? Yes, he did. So how comes Norwood is still on that pitch? Honestly, this game has rattled me. Hollie Livid Hotspur. That's the new name for this. Hollie Livid Hotspur. That's the new name. Half time comes and I'm like, right, ladies and gents, it's vodka season. Forget football. I'm drinking myself silly. I don't even have anything to comment on that first half. Defending was non-existent. And then not defending the players because they did play arse. What I'm defending is if that happened to me on the pitch, I'd definitely lose my head. So yeah, 10 minutes in and I'm having another glass of vodka because Sissoko clears the ball out of our own half near the halfway line for a corner. That's when I know this game is not going to end very well. I'd also like to point out, I'm not going back on my Serge agenda against him, but if anybody says tonight he was class, you need to get your head out of the bin. I'm sorry, him and Davies cannot put a cross into the box to save their life. I swear they put a ball into the box with their eyes closed. Every single one does not meet a Spurs player. I don't even care. And people say, oh, he's just having everybody has those off days. I always tell you, Serge Aurier is not the man. Tonight, Ben Davies wasn't either. It was a shocker. Then, to back up my point even more, we go 2-0 down when this happens. Serge Aurier is watching the ball, whiz past him. People are arguing that Sissoko just walks into the box and doesn't mark the player that scores. To be fair, I didn't see that to start with. Rewatching the ball back, yes he does, he just jogs in there. Just walks in there as if it's a breeze in the park. Sanchez decides to watch the ball. Dyer decides to watch the ball. Davies decides to watch the ball. When you have 4 defenders that watch the ball go in the back of the net, do not decide to put their limbs on the line, you know this game is dusted. So it's 2-0 and I'm thinking to myself, this is fabulous, this is. Oh, but it's alright, ladies and gents, because our saviour comes onto the pitch. It's now Tanguy Thursday. He makes it onto the pitch. Nothing really happens, if I'm honest. I mean, the thing that made me giggle was at one point, Lucas Moura was covering Serge Aurier because he decided to have a walk up the pitch. Like, everyone was out of position. And I'm going to say it because I'm fed up of people having this Poch versus Jose decision. This team is as bad as it is because our owners did not invest when the time was right. And I don't mean, oh, but Hollie, they spent 50 million on Tanguy. Yeah, what's Tanguy done? They spend money on the wrong things. They spend money on young potentials that will bring them back money in years to come. Not for the now and here. So I am fed up with this Jose versus Poch. Tonight, you can't even say it's Jose's fault for putting out a defensive team. Because he didn't. Just the defence let him down and decided they were going to be non-existent and ghosts. There was like 4 Urzels in the back line. Non-existent. And then we get a consolation goal. Harry Kane manages to score against Sheffield for the first time. And to be honest, I wish it was under better circumstances. I wish it was under better circumstances, but there we go. The game that we really needed to push on to get those 3 points, to maybe even have the chance of getting European football, even Champions League at that point, has gone straight out the window. This, ladies and gents, is going in the bin. So now we sit 9th, which is fabulous. Have a defence that's non-existent. People are now arguing between themselves, Jose versus Poch. I mean, I love being a Spurs fan, and when times get like this, you know it's really worth my time and effort. But thanks again, everyone, for watching. Hope you've enjoyed listening to me go on about how lovely that performance was against Sheffield. I will see you again next Monday, when hopefully I'm a bit happier, and from now on, I am not predicting scorelines because I have jinxed them 100%. Till Monday, see you later, stay safe, and don't pull your hair out or jump out of windows because of that result. See you next time.